Hi and welcome to this new video. My name is Rico Stefan. I'm a graphic designer, digital artist, and photographer. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have a comment, just leave it down below, and don't forget to like the video if the video helps you out. And today we're gonna create those beautiful laurels. I know that laurels are kind of popular, and most people want to see how to create that. Sometimes you may have a design and you want to integrate those kinds of florals in your design. But today we're gonna see how to create that. And believe me or not, it's really easy. And we're gonna see that just now, okay? Okay, let me first just put those things, just deactivate those things. And by the way, I'm coming here in my layers panel and I'm just deactivating it, just using these eyes, see, to toggle it on and off. Okay, let's first look at the design and see how things are right now. Okay, we've got a leaf here and we've got different leaves. You will see powerful techniques to reproduce, to multiply, or if you want to duplicate objects. And this shape, believe it or not, was created only using the ellipse tool, and you will see that just now. Okay, let's get started. I will come to my ellipse tool here. I will come here and select my ellipse tool from this list on my tools panel, and let me just zoom in a little bit. I'm zooming in using Command or Control plus. Now I will hold spacebar, just to hold spacebar and click to move on the screen here. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to click and drag. Okay, I'm not holding shift. If you hold shift, you will create a perfect circle. I'm not holding shift, I'm just making sure that I'm just clicking and dragging. So let's zoom in to see what we're going to do. Okay, I will go to my direct selection tool, and if I use the selection tool here, I will have access to the whole object, so I can manipulate, I can move the object. But if I go to the direct selection tool, I will actually be able to select different points, what we call those anchor points on the object. Okay, what we'll do now is I will click here on this handle, I will push in like that. You can hold shift at the same time to make sure that you don't you don't move it just in different directions. Okay, I will push in until it reaches this point here. Okay, let's go down here, push this up a little bit. You can hold shift, of course, just make it a little bit like this so that we can create a simple leaf. Here we are, we created the first part of the design here. Okay, then the next part that we're gonna do, I'm going to hold, let me be clear about this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this so that I can rotate it. If you see, you look at this here, what I did is that I took one copy of this, copy it, and then I rotated it. Okay, you can either come here, edit, copy. You can also simply, you've seen the shortcut here, Command C. Okay, let's do that. Command or Control C on my keyboard, then Command or Control V to paste it. Okay, let me show you a fast technique. Just click on the object to select it using the move tool. Okay, the selection tool. Click on it, hold Alt or Option on your keyboard, then you click and drag. You've created a copy. Okay, then I will rotate it. To rotate it, just by moving your cursor to the border of this of the shape, of any shape anyway in Illustrator, you will have this double-sided arrow. You click and you drag. I will hold shift to make sure that I turn it just about here. Okay, I've done this. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm going to move it down here to about, let's say about here. Okay, to about here. I will select both of those shapes. I'm just dragging like this over them. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to resize them to make them smaller so that I can put this aside of this one. Okay, let's do this. We will click. I'm holding shift. As I said in the beginning, if I don't hold shift, I can, you see, that's not what I want. I want the shape to remain constrained. I'm just clicking and dragging and doing something, maybe something about here. And we're gonna work on that on that later. Okay, just about here, and let's just move this here. Since they're both selected, I can drag them both at the same time. Okay, very good. Let's move this a little bit about here. Okay, make sure it's about here and move it here, and just move this about here. Okay, now here comes another part. What I'm gonna do now is to create this this stem here, this stem, and to do that I'll also an ellipse tool. Using the ellipse tool, I will click and drag like this, click and drag like this. Okay, and let's just do this, and we will create a very long, don't forget about how it looks right now. We'll work on that here. We'll work on that in just a minute. Okay, about here, and I will click on the object and just, you know, use this handle here, and I will push it in just like this. You will see it's kind of let me just come here and we'll try to make it a little bit bigger. You see this handle, just click, you have something that looks like this, and about here. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you will see how that will look in just a minute. Let me just make this a little bit more pointier, a little bit, kind of this. Okay, you might be asking yourself now, what about this? Here comes the different part of this tutorial here. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to create a new copy. I will copy this one, Command C, Command V, and place this here. I'm showing you the hardest way to do things, and then I'm going to show you the fastest and more professional way of doing it. Okay, you can do this. As you can see, I will copy this, Command C, Command V. You will never finish that, and it's gonna take a lot of time. What we're gonna do, we're gonna use a power user trick here. I will come here, and what I'm gonna do, I will hold shift, and I will hold alt. Let's just select the object first. Hold alt, you drag, and you hold shift to make sure that the object remains, you know, it does not move aside or just remain in a straight line, you know, let's say about here. Okay, after doing this action, look at that. I will then just zoom out so that I can see what's going on. What I'm going to do, I'm going to hold Control or Command on my keyboard and press D. What that will do, that will repeat the last action I just did. Isn't that cool? Yes, it is cool. Okay, and just like that, I've reproduced lots of copies of the same shape. Okay, then we're gonna come here. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to group this. Okay, I'm going to select this. I will just click and drag, press Command G on my keyboard, or you could also just select everything and then right click. Here you would have, let me undo that so that you can see that. Okay, click and drag on this, right click, look at that. Instead of ungroup, you will see group. It created a group. Now it's a matter of just creating a copy of this. Okay, shift, of course pressing alt. Okay, let me redo that. Click here, alt. When you press on alt, sorry, I forgot to mention that when you press on alt, when an object is selected in Illustrator, you will see two arrows, one black and one white. Okay, when you see that, you know that you can create the copy. I'm holding Alt or Option on my keyboard, clicking and dragging, Shift. I'm moving it just like this. Why I'm holding Shift? To make sure that this is perfectly aligned. Now you have to ask yourself, what's going on here, or what we're gonna do? Let's push this here. I'm holding Shift. You will say it's ridiculous, right? It's ridiculous. It doesn't look like this. So what we're gonna do? Let me move this aside. What we're gonna do? We will simply just flip this object. To do that, we will use a very interesting tool in Illustrator. Click on the object. You come here. You will see rotate. We will use the reflect tool. Just click on it. Okay. Then we will select. We'll click somewhere here. You will see a target. It's kind of a pale blue. I know it's a little bit hard to see. Just click on this. Then you will rotate this. You will rotate. Press Shift. Just press Shift to make sure it's, Let me undo that so that you see what's going on here. I'm here. Look at the direction of the points here, of the edge of the leaves here. I will just click, hold shift to make sure it's constrained, and I will release, and I've got my shape now. Just nudge this, move this here, and look at that. I've got my beautiful little laurel. You can move it 1, 2, and move it here also 1, 2, so that you have something that looks like this. Then I can just do this, Command G to group it, and I've got the laurel. Let's look at the fun part here. Let me move this aside. Now I'm going to show you how to create this. Just give me a second. How to create this one here. This. Okay. We'll see how to create this. Just let me put this away. In fact, it's very easy to do that. What I used what we call a brush. A brush in Adobe. You can come here, Window. If you don't see it, you can come here and Brushes. You will see your brush panel. So let me first of all create the brush and do that. Sorry. Okay, let me just delete this for a second. Okay, let me see. Let me show you how to create this. You have two ways you can create a brush that looks like this. First of all, let me show you what the brush does. Okay, let's press escape, and let me just a second. I'm gonna put this off so that I can show you what's going on here. Okay, using the brush, you see this here. If I click, let me first select this. If I click on this, you will see the shape will take the form of the brush. If I want this, I click on this. Let's select this. Sorry, first of all, select it. You see, that's what the brush does. And a second thing is that if you select the brush tool here on the left and you draw something, that's what the brush does. It's really it creates the shape based on what you're doing here. Okay, let me just remove everything here, and let's create a brush using this. That's the secret of using this laurel. Okay, I can either select this, go to the brush panel, come here and see, and click on new brush. Make sure you select Alt Brush, press OK, and you can name it, I don't know, Laurel brush. Okay, let's remove this part here and press OK. The second way to create a brush is simply to click the shape you want to create a brush from. Click and drag it here, and you will be asked what kind of brush you want to create, and of course make sure you select Alt Brush. Click OK. You will have the same dialog box, and you can type OK again, Laurel, and you'll be done. And click OK, and you have your brush. And now you have this, and if now I just move this here, Okay, I just move it this here. I will come here and I will create a shape that looks like this. This is something that looks like this. Okay, press escape to get out of this thing. I will come here. Let's make sure that the fill is on, and let's add a kind of anything. And now if I select this, I click on this, look at that, beautiful. It will take the shape, it will take the form of this thing here. But you might be asking yourself, how am I going to color this a different color? That's another great thing here. If I use this, it's going to modify only the stroke of the shape. What we're gonna do, look at the secret here. Object, expand, appearance. What I've got is that it's no more a brush right now. It's a shape. Now you will look at this here, or you can look at this here. You will see that it now has a feel of a green feel. If I click on this and do this, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now I can, if I want to create another shape, the brush is still here. So I can come here and let's create something a little bit more fun, like something like this, like a circle here, about here. Okay, press escape to get out of this. Let's make sure I'm not, I don't have any, and just select a stroke that looks like this, and let's ensure that this is a little bit bigger. If I click on this, oh, beautiful. I can also drag this here a little bit. It's about this. Come here, object, expand appearance to make sure that it's, you see, and you remember what we did. We want to reflect this. What I'm gonna do, come here, or simply press O on your keyboard, click here, and you click and hold shift. Let me undo this. Okay, let's copy it first. Copy, press Alt, you see the double arrows. Move this here, come here to rotate it, to reflect it, sorry. Then shift, click, hold shift. You can hold shift, or sorry, just gotta find it. Okay, hold and click and hold and drag, and you have this. Look at this, guys. Isn't that beautiful? If you want it to be another color, you can come here, you can, I don't know, you have something like this. And as you can see, that was all for this tutorial. And by the way, if you like this video, hit the like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not done so. We have new videos every week, and if you have a comment, just leave it in the description. Until next time, it's bye-bye from me. See you.